Hello, I'm Myrna. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to do something a little different. Scrolling through the website and I saw something that really struck a chord. It reminded me of my childhood. The title didn't give it away. We're going to T-rank 2000s cartoons. If you want to check out the first one, I talked all about romance tropes. I T-ranked them, of course. I thought I might try my hand at another. Making cartoons is such an amazing profession. I admire everyone in the industry, the talented actors, artists, writers in so many different fields. Taught me about the world and gave me thousands and thousands of hours of entertainment. I cannot thank anyone involved in making cartoons enough. Just a quick disclaimer, this is just my opinion and the cartoons that I personally remember, what aired where I am in the world. I just love watching tier lists and making tier lists. They're a great way to learn about yourself and what you liked. I like them all, but like what you liked more than everything else. Like there has to be a reason for that love. Right, here we go. Before we even begin, this is no discussion, no debate. This is a perfect show. Do you know how by the book you have to be to eventually become the book? Like every time someone thinks of a villain redemption arc, they think of Zuko. I watched it when it was first airing, the perfect age for it. I woke up at 6 a.m. to watch this. I wouldn't wake up at 6 a.m. for school. I'd wake up at 6 a.m. to watch this. Like I didn't need to be up at 6 a.m. What did little 8-year-old me have to do at 6 a.m.? Absolutely nothing, except watch this masterpiece of a show. I can talk about this all day, but I think the most important thing that has withstood the test of time is the fact that it didn't treat the viewers as children. They really presented these timeless, at times heavy themes with these brilliant characters. No arguments, it is S tier. If there was a tier above this, Avatar: The Last Airbender would be there. One of the greatest shows of all time. And I don't think many people would disagree, except the people are yet to watch it. Next up, Mr. Bean. This is gonna go in A tier. And the only reason why at the top is because I loved the live action show so much. I had like all the DVDs, so I'd usually watch that. If my childhood self had to pick between the cartoon version of the live action, I think I picked the live action. I mean, that still makes me laugh to this day. This cartoon was more for kids, but that had, of course, these timeless physical comedy, physical gags that are just amazing. This next one, I know is gonna cause some controversy, but I have never seen Dora the Explorer. I'm well aware of her impact on pop culture. I'm well aware of her impact on my hairstyle choices. What do you think? Phineas and Ferb was A tier. It was a good show. Every single episode had a different adventure, had a different story. Very fun watch. Ben 10, I'm gonna put it in B, because B for Ben. This was a great show. Again, very creative. Every alien in his watch was very creative, was very different. I loved seeing the fights. But the other reason I'm gonna put it in B is because Alien Force is gonna go in A. I think I watched this and I liked it a lot more. Winx Club. We're gonna put Winx Club in B. Kept on getting more and more powers. They kept on leveling up, but then I just kind of lost interest as a kid. And then I remember getting frustrated because they wouldn't reveal the backstories quick enough. I was just like, I wanna know the lore. And you had to wait like seasons for these little tidbits. What I remember, again, it's been years. Actually, no, it hasn't been that long. Yeah, so it's gonna go in B. I do remember having the biggest crush on her guy, so maybe that's why. Cyber Chase. This goes in B as well. I loved the theme song. It was ahead of its time. They're going computers? They chase a bad guy in a computer, I think. I remember having the DVDs for this because I absolutely loved it. Tootenstein, I'm gonna put it in A. I don't remember anything about it. I think they solved mysteries in the museum. And then it also had his backstory and some lore, some mythology as well. You know, I love that. I love that as a kid and I love that now. Oh, yeah. She's your basic average girl and she's here to save the world. You can't stop her because she's Kim Possible. That's gonna go on S tier. We love a badass, alright? I loved watching her kick butt when I was a kid. It was one of my favorite shows. It has one of the best theme songs of all time. And Ron's a little sweetie. Don't forget Sheila. Brandy and Mr. Whiskers, that's going in B, I think. So what I remember is this really pampered dog, Brandy, is trapped on a desert island with the rabbit, Mr. Whiskers. They're just polar opposites. They get up to shenanigans and they can never agree on anything. And I remember I shipped them as a kid. I shipped them so much. 500k enemies to lovers, so I have not changed. I think it was a funny show. It had an interesting dynamic. Proud Family, that is also going on S tier. S tier, no arguments there. This was the first show where they had like a racism storyline, not something I had ever seen before, and seeing that was so important. Didn't attempt to change anything for kids. They really showed these family dynamics, they showed these real world problems and how to deal with them. At the end of the day, they were a great bunch. It was such a good show, so it's going on S tier, which again, S tier. What I loved about this show that other magical girl shows didn't have as much, the lore, like there was a lot of lore and history behind their powers. I am a sucker for when magical powers are somehow linked to jewelry. I think that started at a young age. I remember I bought like a little ring and I turned it into a necklace because it reminded me of the necklace that she had in the show. Safe to say I was a fan, but if you were to ask me anything about it, I would not remember anything. Casper's Scare School, I'm gonna go C for Casper. That's how you tier rank, right? Nothing against it, I just don't think I remember much of it when I was little. Casper is a very famous figure, but yeah, it just flew right by me. Iron Man, I have never seen it. I don't know who that man is. Static Shock, I've also never seen this. I don't think we got Static Shock where I am. Stanley also goes for C. Judging from the art style, it looks very familiar. I had goldfish when I was younger and they traumatized me. What's New Scooby-Doo? You know what? That's S tier. I love Scooby-Doo. It's popular, it's funny, they're iconic. It is a staple of so many people's childhoods, so that goes in S tier. S for Scooby-Doo. I'm not taking this as seriously as I should, I'm so sorry. Superhero Squad goes in C. I do remember watching it because I didn't care that it was a boy show. I liked when the superheroes didn't look like the toys, but they looked like, of course, like you know why they look like the toys. But I liked when they looked like the comics. Does that make sense? Does that only make sense to me? I don't know. You get what I mean, right? Teen Titans, I have never seen it. I know it's a cultural phenomenon. I love fan art of it. I follow Piccolo on Instagram, but yeah, I've just never seen Penny the Shark. That's gonna go in C. I'm putting all the aquatic themed shows in C. For C, Emperor's New School. This is hard. I'm also gonna put it in C. I'm all for his personality. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles coming up. That is going in B because it was a good show. I don't think I was the target audience, but I love that they're named after artists. Totally Spies, straight up to S tier, my man. Straight up to S tier. This was such a good show, so aesthetic. I used to have the DVDs. I can watch episode after episode and never get bored. I wanted so badly to be like Sam, you know, the cool intellectual. But I am Clover. Through and through. Jake Long. This is gonna go in A. Also, a little flex. I didn't mention this when I mentioned Avatar, but I have met Dante Basco at a Comic-Con meet and greet. I got his autograph and he said my name in the Zuko voice. My name is a little uncommon. So to have that said in the Zuko voice, it was a core memory. Jim partners a monkey. That goes in C as well, just because I don't remember it, but I do remember the art style. The thought of a gym and monkeys, neither are my cup of tea. Fairly Odd Parents. All right, this is going to be one of my most controversial decisions, but I'm going to put that in C. It was an iconic show. I watched it a lot, but it didn't really connect with me as much. Skyland, I cannot believe that is on here. That is going to go in A. It was such a different show, like more 3D animation, I believe. I don't know if that's the right term for it. It just felt like a world that was lived in. They had cool powers. The land was in the sky. The character designs were amazing. I just remember loving the show. The whole vibe of it was phenomenal. So that's gonna go in A. Team Supremo is gonna go in B. I remember watching so many episodes of this. I think they're just like kids that are superheroes as well. Guys, we're really testing my memory here. Tarzan, I have never seen the TV show. I've seen the movie, which is great. Clifford, the Big Red Dog. Clifford and Blue's Clues, dog related, I've never seen. Shaun the Sheep is a classic. I'm gonna put that in C. So many episodes, so many like spin-offs. Lilo and Stitch, that is going in B. Very well animated, such a cool story. Danny Phantom, never seen. He's a phantom in my mind. Fillmore, I do remember watching it and thinking it's very cool, so that goes in B. Wolverine and the X-Men, that is A. Actually, if this is the version I'm thinking of, I'm gonna put it in S, because I remember really like fueling my love for comics, which I already had. See, that art style is what I'm talking about. Absolutely love that art style. I am getting lost in how colorful everything is. Teenage Robot, like this. I'm gonna put it in B. But she's different from the other kids because she's a robot. The Mummy TV show? I've never seen it. I did not know it had a cartoon, and I should watch it because I absolutely love the Mummy franchise. Chalk Zone, I remember watching it. It's their little chalk drawings come to life. That is gonna go in B. Little kid, because I drew a lot. I loved anything where artworks come to life. Jimmy Neutron can go in A. It's an iconic show. I love how imaginative it was. 16, I liked the art style. It's going in B. I thought it was going to be much more fun being 16 than when I actually was 16. There's a couple of shows that I really love that aren't on here, so that is why I'm going to add them in post. This is going to be a quick fire round of shows that I do remember and adore, think about even to this day. First up is being Ian. It is an aspiring filmmaker. He films his family, makes films, a lot of shenanigans, and it's very endearing and fun. I loved it for obvious reasons. I have all the DVDs, so it's definitely one of my favorites. Next is Class of the Titans, a legendary show for anyone who's watched it. They're descendants of Greek gods. They have magical abilities and they have to defeat Cronus. It's very good, all round, a really great show. Still holds up today. Next is King Arthur's Disasters. It's a very funny show. Going on the theme, I loved mythology growing up. Love the art style as well. Atomic Betty. Now the real ones know the theme song. The real ones get it. Yakety Yak. Again, this theme song has been stuck in my mind for such a long time. So a very fun show. Very funny. Love the art style. And finally, Grisly Tales for Gruesome Kids. Get it, it scarred me, and it was a great show. So that is my tier ranking. I'm sure there was a lot more. I was seated in front of the television every day before school and after school because I loved watching cartoons. Cartoons really stuck with me because they were one of the few things that was similar between languages. It was nice to jog the memory and also take a jog down memory lane. If you agreed with me on any of these tiers, please don't forget to like and subscribe. If you disagreed with me, subscribe and comment. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the flip page. This is going to be very niche. I know only a few people are going to get this reference, but bye for now. Not forever.